save versus men invest, right? And so one of the things that I love about you is that you are now investing in tech, and yes, and your manager also has been like a prolific investor within the space, and so I know you've invested in Bumble, and now you've invested in a tech incubator that's supporting young women who are learning how to code. Why is that important to you?
I just love growing. Like I said, I think growing is a very important thing. And when I was very young, I started working when I was 17 years old. And I remember my mother telling me this really young, that women should be financially independent. It doesn't matter who your father is, it doesn't matter who your husband is going to be, it doesn't matter who your brother is, it doesn't matter who the man in your life is. You need to be responsible for your finances and be financially independent. And that kind of really stuck with me. And as my career expanded, it was really important for me to invest in little things. So once I discovered tech, I have always been a fan of technology. I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer at one point. I wanted to build rockets. I wanted to, go to space. But then I became an actor. Go figure. And when I got the opportunity, I remember I was at a dinner for Bumble in New York, and I just thought it was such a cool thing to bring back to India, where women take the first move. To bring into a country which has a patriarchal sort of society, which actually the world is. The world over is sort of patriarchal, and we as women need to fight to change that, to create that kind of equality, because no one's going to give it to us, and they're going to fight for us to have it. So it started from taking Bumble to India, and then my next investment is this engineering school, which is called Holborn, which was based on Betty Holborn. She was one of the first female engineers in the world. And this school is a peer-to-peer teaching program where you don't have to pay a tuition, and you can pay back your tuition after you graduate and get a job, so that you don't have to worry about, how much schools cost, so that females can actually be a part of engineering. Just think about it this way. All of us consume tech, right? All of you have cell phones. Everyone has computers. We're always online. Digital is such a big part of our lives, but the people creating technology, it's so skewed because it's mostly men. And these are men who decide what we as women need. So we need females to come into engineering. As AI starts coming in, and it's going to be a big part of our lives, can you imagine the artificial intelligence that we are consuming being created by guys? And guys are going to decide what kind of things we like. So we need women to come in and realize that tech is a big part of who we are and who we're going to be and our future. So hence me investing in the engineering school. I really love female-driven companies, and I like to give them as much strength as I can with my platform, and that's a big quest of mine in life.
How many of you, I'm curious, how many of you are interested or studying or thinking about studying science and math and STEM and engineering? Let me see your hands. Hands.
That's the beginning. That's cool.
We need you. Because you're right, the bias around technology, and I think that's what's so unique about Bumble. The idea that there had never been a dating site that gave women the first move was wild. Like when I saw that for the first time, I was like, duh, like how did that not exist? And so I think we're really counting on this next generation to take this opportunity to heart, so that we can start to see business influenced by our point of view.
And that'll take us finding our own confidence. Ladies, no one is going to give that to you. No one is going to tell you, here's an opportunity, go make something of yourself. You're going to do it for you. Because people are only going to try and take it away. And it's so important for us to be able to empower each other in everyday life. We don't have to conquer the world. You don't have to be the only person who reaches space. Like, you don't have to have crazy wild ambitions. You just have to find your power and to say that, oh, I can do this too. I don't have to create like this crazy opportunity for me to thrive. You can thrive in anything you choose. Just have to find that confidence within yourself.
How do you find that confidence?
By telling yourself that your flaws are fine. Each one of us is flawed. perfect. None of us. We all have bad days. We're all gonna feel like shit sometimes. Sorry for my French. Feel like bad sometimes.
We're on the internet. We can say what we want.
Okay, great. But you're all gonna have bad days, and that's fine. We have this crazy standard, especially with the internet, where everything has to be perfect all the time, and we have to look perfect, we have to behave perfect, we have to say the right things. Everyone screws up, and that's all right. Laugh through it, don't take yourself too seriously, and make sure that you don't live for someone else's validation. It's your validation.
That is a huge reason of why we continue to grow and expand every year. I think everyone knows who's been coming to this festival for years that every year it just continues to expand and grow because we find that the hunger for self-authorship, for women and people to self-author both the good things and the bad things about us. Really, we want those stories to come from ourselves versus the constant pushing of the media of what it should be. And I think that is really, I think the next generation of invention and business will come from a new generation of entrepreneurs that self-author.
You know that saying where they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder? Oh, bullshit. It lies in your eyes.
But I always say,
who's beholding you,
someone
man?
says that to me, I'm always
so crazy.
I think when someone, you know what, someone said that to me recently, and I said, you know who made up that saying?
A guy.
A guy said beauty is in the eyes of the beholder because it was always a guy. Because women, I think, just think about beauty through an entirely different lens. I mean, we can be quite harsh, but I think there's a different lens and a different context, and so yes.
But it's, you know, it's fine to like someone appreciating you. It's fine to have, you know, a guy or a girl or whoever's in your life telling you that you're beautiful. I love it when I'm told I'm beautiful or I'm feeling myself. It's great to hear that.
Should we tell you? Okay, let's tell her.
And I'm saying it's fine. Don't let anyone tell you that that's not okay. That's fine too, but that's not what your validation should be. That's a bonus. Your validation should be this spring in your step when you walk out of the door because you feel good. And even if you don't, that's fine too.
And I think your achievements, right? It's about what you're up to in the world. Like for me, like whenever I feel like I've had the worst day ever, I always run through the list of what did I get done today? And generally, if I run through that list and I find that I did a bunch of things that I needed to get done, I generally am like, okay, well, I don't feel so great, but I got a lot done. There's something about getting a lot done that for me makes me feel quite awesome.
That's cool, I should try that. I usually just sit with a tub of ice cream and sulk. I do that. I can't lie.
Are you a sweet tooth? Are you like
No, I only like ice cream.
Okay.
I actually don't like sweet, I'm more savory.
Same, I'm the same.
Spicy and savory.
Spicy. Although my mother will tell you I just snack all the time. She's always smacking me, telling me she's right there.
I'm a snacker too, I have to say. Especially at 2 a.m.
My mom's really excited. You see her? See? That's my mom.
I do. Hi.
Okay.